Hi guys. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. See, there's a creation tool that allows you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. And Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. And the best thing of all, it's free. So, download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Welcome to the third episode of the literary world of Sylvia Hubbard. I am your host, author of romance and suspense, Sylvia Hubbard, and we are in the middle of reading, well, not in the middle, chapter 3 of reading Mistaken Identity. And when we last left our protagonist Dana, her brother-in-law had just announced her brother-in-law-to-be had just announced he was not going to marry her twin sister. If you don't want to listen as I read, or you'd like to read along with me, check out the book at sylviahubbard.com/entiremistaken. It's also available to download as an ebook wherever books are sold. I do implore you to be 18 years or older, and if not, turn off or switch to another podcast more your age, because even I'm not old enough for this. A lot of people do ask, why did I write Mistaken Identity? And this is a polyamorous contemporary romance about a woman who switches places with her sister on the wedding day. From that scenario, Dana's life gets a little bit more complicated. We are on chapter 3. If you have not heard 1 or 2, it probably would behoove you to stop listening now and go back and listen. So, without further ado, we are going to get started on part 3 of Mistaken Identity. Before she could even respond, he covered her mouth as someone's voice approached the closet. Jerome and Dana tried to move towards the back of the closet away from view. "It's on the inside of the door," Gloria was instructing someone. The door suddenly swung open and a slender arm reached in, grabbed the white shawl hanging on the door, and the door slammed back. She pushed Jerome aside, quickly slipped on her dress, and he hurried to zip it up. "Did you see that?" Gloria inquired from the bedroom. "What?" Denise asked. "In the closet." Dana shoved Jerome to the back of the closet behind the clothes and stepped in front of the door just as it swung open. The entourage stood behind Denise, who was glaring at Dana. "What the hell are you doing in my closet?" Denise demanded. "And what's wrong with your hair?" Gloria instigated. Dana snorted obviously. "I fell asleep on your bed waiting for this boring wedding to start, and I messed up my hair. When I heard you all coming back, I knew you'd pitch a bitch, Denise. So I ran to the closet. I was going to fix myself after everyone left." She felt as if her dark brown shoulder-length tresses were laying haphazardly about her head, and she began self-consciously pulling them in various directions. A knock on the door, and their mother peeked her head in. "The groom's limousine has arrived." Denise forgot about Dana and quickly demanded someone help her with the dress and veil. Dana stepped out of the closet and closed the door, wondering how she was going to help get Jerome to the altar without Denise or her stupid soror seeing him. "Tricia," Gloria called to one of the sorors, "go make sure the groomsmen stay outside except for Andre, and we'll finish dressing Denise in the family room." Her sister didn't protest once her dress was zipped up, and her entourage followed her out the room to take the back stairs to the family room. Gloria caught Tricia's arm and said, "Bring Andre up here. I'll stay here and make some sense out of Dana's hair." Her tone was filled with disgust, as if she dreaded the deed of even touching Dana. Dana tried to leave out, but Gloria blocked her path. "I was going to the bathroom downstairs," Dana said. "I think I can fix my own hair." "No, you cannot, and I won't have Denise's wedding ruined by you." You of all people know she's been waiting for this her whole life. Gloria moved behind Dana and feverishly worked her hair back into the ugly bun. There was a knock on the door, and Andre, Jerome's best friend and Gloria's husband, entered the room. After a quick, affectionate kiss, Gloria asked, "And how late did the grooms stay out drinking?" Andre shrugged, trusting a brand new tuxedo on the bed he'd carried in. "Hell if I know. But while we were around him, he actually never touched a drop. He ducked out the hotel about 4 this morning, moping about how Denise has been denying him for the past 6 months. His tone sounded just a little bit too proud. I thought for sure he'd sneak over here to get a piece. He hit my cell phone at 8 this morning and let me know he'd pick up a new tuxedo instead of coming back to the hotel to get his. I brought his anyway, just in case." "We haven't seen him," Gloria said, finishing up Dana's hair. "Let me call his cell," Andre said wearily. Dana gasped, knowing if Jerome's cell phone rang, they would be busted like teenagers. "Wait!" Dana shouted, holding on to Andre's hand before he could press any buttons. "Shouldn't you just check the rest of the house before calling Jerome's cell phone to find him?" "You're talking crazy," Andre snipped and wrinkled her arm back before pressing the buttons on his phone. Dana breathed a sigh of relief when seconds passed and nothing was heard. "It went to voicemail," Andre said. "I'll call him again in a minute. How's Denise? She okay? She hasn't backed out yet." He looked really concerned. "Bossy and snappish as usual. Let me walk you out so you can give me some downers to calm her ass down," Gloria said, but looked back at Dana sharply. "Don't get messed up anymore before the ceremony." Dana only nodded, all too happy to see them leave. When the coast was clear, Jerome came out of the closet looking a bit sheepish, yet still devilishly handsome. He started for her, but she put her hands out to stop him. "Not another step, Jerome Alexander Lott," she ordered. This had been the most she had ever spoken to him or any guy. "You would be a fool to alter a very important life decision because of a silly fling you had with your soon-to-be sister-in-law. Denise and I may not get along, but I refuse to be the cause of ruining the day she's waited for her entire life." Jerome almost looked upset. "You're right. Furthermore, I apologize for everything. I was wrong to allow you to do that, and even more wrong for letting it happen again." He frowned. "You're going to apologize too?" she asked. "Why? I'm not sorry." She rolled her eyes heavenwards, overwhelmed that he could be this callous. "Then know this, Jerome, it won't happen again." A smirk crossed those gorgeous, thick lips of his, making her heart jump. He approached her, was careful not to violate her personal space. "We'll see about that, Dana." He grabbed the tuxedo Andre had left on the bed and went out of the bedroom. When he was gone out the room, she breathed a sigh of relief. She just needed this whole day to end. Going to the master bedroom, she quickly showered without messing up her hair. After using Denise's vanity mirrors to reapply her makeup, she also borrowed a pair of her sister's underwear. Maybe she would meet one of Jerome's nice fraternity brothers today and live happily ever after, she hoped. Just as she was about to leave out, her sister came back into the bedroom alone. "I was just heading downstairs," Dana said reluctantly, noting her minions were nowhere around. "You aren't going anywhere, Dana," Denise barked, locking the door and pushing Dana towards the bed. "We've got to talk now." "About what?" Denise asked, shocked and confused. Putting her hands on her hips, Denise sneered. "Don't think I don't know about you and Jerome." So, that has been the end of part 3, and I hope we can have you back for part 4. I hope you are enjoying it. If you are, leave us a message and let us know right there. And don't forget to share this podcast with other people. You can check out more of my books at sylviahubbard.com/books. And like I said, if you don't want to hear me read or listen to me as I read, or you'd like to read along with me, check out the book at sylviahubbard.com/entiremistaken. It's also available to download as an ebook or wherever books are sold. I do ask that, of course, you be 18 years or older to listen to this podcast. And so we will see you next time on the Literary World of Sylvia Hubbard podcast. Thank you for joining us.